and welcome to the most boring live stream ever on YouTube. Today, you have arrived where the boredom is thick, heavy, and constant. As we are about to coop up the chickens. There's a lot of good things playing on YouTube right now, so I actually don't expect anyone to show up. Hey, Trump said, welcome in. You're actually the first and probably the only one. But we're getting ready to coop up chickens now. Hey, Jugglasses, welcome in. Good to see you. Still waiting for these to dry so they can go in the new cage. But let's go lock these chickens up. Before the owl decides to come back and take another one. Hey Chevy, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, good night ladies. You're cooped up. We put the rooster in there for tonight, just so he doesn't get eaten by the owl. Let's check the brood hen, make sure she's still sitting. She should be. Yep, there she is. Still sitting. Well, it looks like somebody pooped next to you. Can I take that out of there? You don't need to be sitting by poop. I believe they're laying in the yard somewhere. Also, I'm gonna have to go search that out pretty soon. These guys should be cooped up. Yep. They're all cooped up in the back. Hey Jake, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. YouTube's lying to me again. Says I have one person in chat, so. But I'll take one. I'm happy with one. I need to check my mash. Yep, she be bubbling. Jake says be prepared. Well, the chain link is the key for the coops, and they're still at risk. Yeah, they are, Trump. And actually, we even closed the whole top of it, too. I'll throw some light on it. Oh, I had the light on. Tarped over there, and it's covered on the top to keep the owl out. Jake said, be prepared. The troll is back commenting on people from my chat channels. Just a heads up, if you see crazy comments about me, you'll know what I mean. Got you, Jake. I got a troll too. Dirty Dave. Yeah, the predators around here are crazy, Trump. Birdie P got 2 possums last night. 2 egg stealers. Trump says Dave's not here, man. Yeah, thank God. Thank God, Trump. I had to scrap that ban. The smell would not come out of that thing, man. It was horrible. So it had to go to the boneyard. That thing smelled like a human being died in it. It was downright nasty. Where's Blinky? Blinky's around. She's been busy as hell for the last almost year and a half, Trump. She's got a little side gig going on, manufacturing and building some things by hand, so takes up a lot of her time. I will tell her you said hello, Trump, next time I speak to her. I don't talk to her a lot because she's always busy, man. Hey, Lee Sung Soon TV, thanks for dropping in. Good to see ya. Oh, now I gotta remember what I did with that cage clamp. Damn it. That's the one last thing I gotta add is that clamp. And I don't know what the hell I did with it. I should check over here and see if I left it here. No, I didn't. Paper wasp nest. I don't speak that language, Trump. Northern Goats just went live. She's whelping goats. Trump said, wow, that's a nasty wasp. Yeah, definitely nasty, Trump. There's a fuck ton of them too, man. Alright, let's see if I set anything over here. Ah, there it is. I found it. It's right there. Perfect. Right by my cutters. I think I should go put this on right now before I space it again. See if the moon is out. No moon yet. Nope, no moon yet. Believe it or not, these homemade PVC feeders waste a lot less feed than the commercial feeders you buy in the stores. Because the ones in the stores, they like to get in them, scratch all the feed out all over the ground. It's a nightmare. All right, come on, move, kitty. Hey, do any of you guys know of a set of magnifying glasses out there that actually work? And aren't just like only work like at one thing? These J clips kind of suck, but sometimes you got to use what you got. That was cute. Might as well fix the mess up right now. Yeah, I'm kind of palsy. Got a little bit of that retard going on there. I missed it twice is what I did. Alright, I finally got it in. There we go. Now when it dries, when the other one's dry, we can put them in there. I can add the water and we'll be done. Hey Sunfish, welcome in. Juggalass just says, the person who figures out how to train cats with attack predators would make a fortune. Yeah, no doubt, Juggalasses. Yeah, Trump, the dogs, they basically take care of the goats. They take out the coy dogs, the coyotes, and they kill a raccoon about once a month. That's increased to like once a week they're getting a raccoon. And they're just wiping us out. Juggalass said, I was just considering how many cats Roadhog has. Yeah, that's Birdie P, man. Trump said, some like Minox, Mechos drop, Opticon, Gallery Scope, or Lisa Manovid can focus as close as 30 centimeters and great for observing bugs, aquarium fish, etc. Cool, man. Hey, Sunfish, welcome in. Mend them cages. I'm trying to build a new one, Sunfish. Trump says, Road, you could make really good money making blue crab traps. I don't make that great of traps, Trump. Sunfish says, I'm looking at the Nikon Z6, supposedly a good camera for filming. Trump said, what's going on YouTube? Where's everyone? Northern Lights Goats is birthing goats right now, Trump. Long Island Audit was having a thing about good old Sergeant Brian Fahey. And I don't know, there's a couple more things going on. I'm not exactly sure what's going on though. I can't pull it to the top of my brain right now. But what should be going on is everyone should be talking more about that authority camera, man. I'm really hoping that Kickstart goal gets made and that camera comes out, man. I can't afford it, but I committed to buying it, so I'm doing everything I can to make sure I have the cash when it's available. We'll set that live trap. Let's grab some bait and we'll go set another live trap while we're out here. I don't think that camera is going to perform well for me because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And not am I only out in the middle of nowhere. I have a very small sheriff force, but I damn well want to try it. I hope that everybody gets interested and wants to try it, especially some people who live in bigger towns, bigger cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, New York. Put some glasses on so I can read chat again. Hey, Cat Lady Kim, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Good to see you. All right. Senator says, yeah, go visit Trump. He got the puppies. Actually, Sunfish, this is the first time in my entire life that I've been without a dog. That's how you teach setting a live trap. You put your food underneath the trap instead of in it. Now I just got to find a brick or something to put on top of it. There we go. That way the raccoon can't turn it over to get the bait. There we go. Another live trap set. Hello, ladies. You guys cooping up for the night? What's up, ducks? Alright, you guys still got food left. You don't need any more. I'm throwing my glasses back on and check chat. Hey Joe, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, what's happening, Blind Straight? Yeah, Joe, we've been having a non-stop attack of raccoons. Oh, Joe, I heard you got to meet Dirty Dave, old King 9 village idiot. He keeps throwing your name around. Cat Lady Kim says Hag has a surprise arriving tomorrow. Oh no. Oh no, Cat Lady Kim. Don't tell me it's chocolate. It's that chocolate Reese's peanut butter, right? I actually put a knife in my pocket today. I never carry a knife. Yeah, you met Dirty Dave downtown. Lucky you, Joe. I hope he didn't stink up your car, man. I had to trash the van he slept in. Cat Lady Blind Straight says it's 3 more cats. Cat Lady Kim says, no, it's on the wish list. Joe says, lost my car in a snowstorm that day. Oh, you got lucky then, Joe. You didn't have to put up with the interior going bad. Trump said, I met Dave right before I met you, Joe Cool. That's right, me and Trump hung out too. Blind says, is Chicago still a dump? Man, the last time I hung out in Chicago, Cabrini Green was still there. Cat Lady Kim says, yep. Joe says, Blind, Chicago is beautiful nowadays. Lakeshore Drive was always my favorite part of Chicago. Cat Lady Kim says that was a long time ago, Road. When I was in my early 20s, we hung out down by what were they? What were they called? Oh, the Latin Kings. That's who they were. kid that I grew up with, his sister was with one of the top guys in the Latin Kings, Rolando. So we hung out there for only about a year. Trump said, "The blood on the streets is especially beautiful, blind." Joe says, "The Latin Kings are allies with our gang." Yeah, man, there were a lot of them too. I can't remember all the names. It's been way too long, man. Man, we're talking over 45 years ago. Juggalassa says, "Last time I was in Chicago was in the middle of the Black Panther riots." Blind says, "Last time I was in Chicago, a dude got shot in the head. He pulled over to help a stalled car. 2 gang members killed him." Trump says, "Them were the West Side Vice Lords." Yeah, there was some more too. I can't remember. I didn't really get into the gang nonsense that much, so. Is all that light from the moon? No, Joe, it's from this cheap ass LED. I'll get away from it and I'll give you a view of the sky. That's what it looks like up in the sky, Joe. This LED light is nowhere near what the high pressure sodium was. The high pressure sodium was much brighter. And it costs $10 less a month too. But we went without a yard light for a year and a half because I didn't want to spend the extra $10 a month for something that costs less to run on electric. Trump says, "Joe Cool, you out west?" Joe says, "Yeah, Trump." Joe's probably heading out to Audit Palooza there in October. The closest I'll get is video. I don't get to leave the farm for 24 hours. Oh no. Someone just texted me, "Generally Slanderous is on." Like, I really want to listen to that guy. Trump says, "Animals don't take a holiday." Yeah, neither does the old woman, man. Joe says, "I don't think I can make Autopalooza. I may be somewhere else." Got you, Joe. Kim says, "No, they don't." Yeah, I mean, she's confined to a wheelchair, so if I'm not here, ain't nobody around to change diapers and do the rest of the stuff. So they're pretty much, I'm obligated to be here. Joe says, yeah, I won't give that clown a view. Yeah, I won't either, Joe. I mean, he went from supposedly a patriot to now everybody's a frauditor. Jenny says, is the baby possum still around? Yes, Joker's still here, Jenny. He eats the cat food and he sleeps underneath the camper. He's not going anywhere, so Joker's welcome to stay unless he starts becoming an egg thief. Once he starts stealing eggs or killing chickens, then he's got to go. Till then, I'll put up with him. He's actually kind of cool. He almost acts like a little pet rat. Kim says, yeah, I'm afraid I'll be doing all of that for my husband one day. He's a little older than me. I hear you, Kim. This lady's 22 years older than me, so it is what it is. But I've known her my whole life. Well, not my whole life. I take that back. I've known her for 47 years. No Name Coder just put one up about the authority cam. Definitely more important than my stream. Kim says my husband is 16 years older than me. But that may not happen, Kim. I worked with a guy, Harold. He was in World War II. He served in World War II. And he died in 2024. He was over 100 years old. And I was working with him on a tractor probably 5 years ago. And believe it or not, that old man was stronger than I am and could do more than I can do. I mean, I am a chronic pain patient. I do have injuries, but even with that, I should be able to outperform a man who's over 100 years old. And I couldn't. That guy surprised me. Trump said, I have a friend now, 98, who was a World War II vet. Awesome, Trump. Yeah, my dad was in World War II, but he only made it to 70. My family doesn't have a long lifespan. My dad made it to 70. My sister, one sister made it to 70, but she never smoked or drank in her life. So, Trump said, he's a World War II vet. Awesome. Blind says, I've been marking at the moon for 3 days. Fantastic, Blind. The moon's just starting to come up now, but it's so far behind the trees. I can't see it. It's just like a little dot. Here, I don't know. You might be able to see it. It's like a little shimmering dot back there. I take it back. Maybe it's not the moon. Maybe it's an airplane. It's some kind of light. Kim says, I haven't been able to see the moon. It's rained here for the last 3 days. Oh, that sucks, Kim. Juggalesso said, my dad spent 18 months in a German POW camp. Holy hell, Juggalesso. That sucks. Yep. My dad wasn't captured. I don't know what the hell he did, to tell you the truth. Him and his war buddies would get together and build it. They came over and built a garage. Everyone in our neighborhood would hide when they would come over. They'd pull their blinds, shut their doors, make their kids go inside because they were black. And I don't know, I was like 8 years old. I didn't understand shit. I had to get a little older to figure out why that was happening. But never said what he did, but he had this little dresser drawer with these blue boxes full of all these medals. And then they had all these little bars with stars on them that went with the medals. I mean, there were probably 40 boxes of that crap in there. And he would never talk about it. The only thing that guy would ever do is he'd wake up in the... Well, he wouldn't really be awake, I don't think, but he would just start screaming out longitude and latitude and degrees and all kinds of crap, man. And then he'd come out of his bedroom drenched in sweat, man. So the only thing about the military I ever got out of him was, promise me you'll never join. Promise me you'll never join. So I didn't, but my sister did. Hey, Eggman, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Now she's like a colonel or a major or some crazy crap. Blind says flashback. Yeah, I have a cousin. He was in the military. He had a bunch of kids. All his kids served in the military too. I thought like when you were like the last two like surviving males in the family, you know, you didn't have to serve, but my old man served and his brother served. They both served, so, but that was during wartime, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Trump says it's a family tradition for many. It definitely is for his family. I'm not sure if he had any girls or if they served if he did have girls, but I know he had 3 sons at least, and they all served. So, but I don't really know what branch or anything else. I don't really, I follow the military about as much as I follow religion. Damn this tripod. Cat Lady Kim says, my husband had to sign up for the draft for Vietnam, and he is the only son. Trump says, thank God for our nation's warriors. Salute. Kim said, salute to our military. Juggalassa said, my dad had a routine where he would recite the names, ranks, and serial numbers of 20 men. Found out later that they were the identifiers of fellow prisoners. Wow. Eggman said, played Army for 4 years. Really glad I did. Would never do it again. Yep, I never did the military. I made the promise, I kept to it. Although if I had the choice to join it, would I? Probably not. I was too busy when I was younger getting in trouble. But I never got in any good trouble. I never got arrested and convicted, so Blind says the government fucks you over. Yeah, they do. I don't Juggalessa says, my older brother spent 2 years flying helicopters in Vietnam. Holy crap, Jug. Now that would be stressful. That would be really stressful. When I was growing up, my next door neighbor went to Vietnam. And when he came back, he was a little weirded out. God damn this tripod. The one thing I never understood is why some of these guys are like, you didn't thank me for my service. You didn't thank me for my service. And the guy they're saying it to is a vet who was like in active combat. And these other guys were like dishwashers or mailmen or, you know, some other light function. Yet they demand that a combat vet says, you know, thank you for your service. Don't get it. Eggman says, someone honking for eggs in the driveway. Be right back. Go sell them eggs, Eggman. Blind says, all them wars were the bank's cause. It's only the world bankers that benefit. They fund both sides. Trump says, we wouldn't make it without the mail from home, just saying. I don't understand why the guys who served and did the hardcore shit out there, you really never know that they served. You know, they might have a hat on, you know, or a shirt. And then the guys who really didn't do much, they've got prisoner of war bracelets all over their arms, you know, like patches, 3 or 4 different patches, service patches, like all kinds of crazy stuff, man. And go around and tell all these combat stories that belong to someone else. Like that one guy, Michael Kaiser, the fraud at Wrangler, the murder burglar. He had some real insane stories about his participation in the military, and they all turned out to be false. I mean, hell, if I was in the military and I was cooking potatoes, I would be happy to say that I cooked potatoes and fed somebody. At least I did something. You know, I wouldn't have to say that I was out there sniping, you know, people and throwing grenades and doing all kinds of other crazy shit if I wasn't. And those are the guys who usually say to the other vets, oh, you're stolen valor, you're stolen valor. You know? And then you find out the guy that they're calling stolen valor, you hit Google and they actually have a fucking purple heart, you know? And it's like, what the fuck? Hey Trump, how are your dogs, man? Man, this tripod, I keep saying I'm going to hot glue it and I never do. I think I'm going to actually get around to it tonight. Because it just keeps dropping on me every single time. Oh. It's getting ridiculous now. I guess the dirt finally wore off. I put Vaseline on it, and I added some dirt to try to make it stay up. Didn't work. I think it's worn out. Hey Jet, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. I guess I'm missing chat because I'm playing with the damn tripod. Blind says, not one war has been for the benefit of America. Juggalasses said he flew Huey's first two, went back and flew Cobras the second time. He wanted to shoot back. I don't know, Juggalasses. In a helicopter, that would be too stressful for me. Trump said it's the 80-20 rule. 80% support and the 20%, 80% support the 20% who fight. Right on, Trump. Jet says, don't protest too much. Blind says, my friend was in Vietnam, gets $1,500 a month. Trump said, Jug, I've spent a number of hours in a Cobra. Blind says, fuck them wars. Jet says, bunch of wannabes, but the military guys get used by the controllers of this world. Wars are to grab resources for the corrupt cabal. Jug says, I have a picture of me sitting in a Cobra at Fort Benning, Georgia. Awesome. Trump says, dogs are well. Just got a red and black female to start the new generation of service dogs. Excellent, Trump. Blind says, yeah, uranium, oil, lithium, etc. I was thinking about him, Trump, because I was listening to this one person talking about service dogs, and you know how these people are saying all this crap. They send their $20 in to get certified and think they have a therapy dog, you know, and all this other crap, and they think that $20 crap they buy on the internet makes it real. I mean, so it made me think of some real dogs. Blind says, America is a Constitution republic. Trillionaires control the billionaires. Jet says, every time a soldier dies, the controller takes his hidden estate. So corrupt. Come on, cat, go away. Go away, cat. Quit terrorizing me. I'm being terrorized by a cat. A kitten. Yeah, this lady I know, Polly Drake, she was certified. She used to certify therapy dogs, search and rescue, and something else. I don't remember what the last one was, but it took her 4 years to get the ability to certify dogs in that area. And the crap that they have to go through in order to qualify that is amazing. Jet says, here, kitty, kitty, I need another cat. Well, come get it, Jet. I've got plenty. Trump said, I think we should start selling certificate road. We'll be rich. You're right, Trump. We would be rich. Definitely be rich. Just like AKC gets rich off those papers. They mean nothing. Back in the 80s, I had a purebred Cocker Spaniel that was actually a goat. Jason says, get it? Thanks for dropping in, Jason. Good to see you. You know, that's why That's why AKC does not want you to inbreed, because that's less puppies that they can register and therefore less money. Yeah, Jet, I had a Cocker Spaniel, purebred Cocker Spaniel, but it was actually a goat. I just did it to show the falsity of what AKC papers mean in the grand scheme of a dog. Jet says it's all about the money. It is. It's exactly what it is. Just like all these people who say, oh, just get a rescue dog and train it. It'll be just as good or better. That's a bunch of crap. You get a well-bred dog, your odds of coming out with a good product, that's something that's going to live with you for 18 to 20 years and actually perform the work it needs to do, is much higher. Trump said you can register anything with the AKC, just send a check. Exactly, Trump. AKC, NKC, UKC, CKC. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I remember when Tom Stodchill of the ARF was even registering pigs. It was insanity. Jet says never register your property, because that's handing over your property to someone else. I mean, if you want a dog and you can't tell by looking at the dog if it's the breed you want, you definitely don't know enough about the breed, and you shouldn't own it. Blind says never register guns. Yeah, except in Illinois, Blind, you don't have a chance. You don't have a choice. I mean, we've been fighting that since pre-70s. We've been fighting that firearms owner's identification card. It was already ruled unconstitutional once by the Supreme Court, and then they turned around and rewrote it and reenacted it. Trump says, my dogs come from some of the finest dogs in the world. F all the KCs. Exactly, Trump. Jet says, screwed up dogs are usually due to people. Not necessarily true, Jet. There's a lot of breeds of dogs. If you go into their history and how they were created, like, go back in history and see how Herr von Doberman made Dobermans. You'll be real surprised. Blind says, hide guns everywhere and ammo. You know, just like the pit bull attacks. You know, you go back to when dogs were used as dog fighting. They were called pit bull terriers for a reason. They were small dogs. They weren't 90, 100-pound dogs. And what they did is they mixed them with a more dangerous breed that was apt to bite humans. And that's how you end up with, you know, dogs that attack people. Like a really bad cross, a very dangerous cross, is a pit bull bred to a Rottweiler. Blind says, what they don't know what you got puts fear into the government. Jet says, yeah, stupid people breed those dogs. Blind says, save lead. Yeah, but then all the bleeding hearts want to save them too, Jet. You know, the dog's only bitten 8 children. You know, we can save it. We can modify its behavior. Like Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, who actually beats dogs. If you've ever seen any of the behind the camera footage, Blind says, defense weapons in each hand and pockets full of shells. We are in danger. Trump said, my dogs give me just a few seconds to get my guns. Oh, they should give you more time than that, Trump. Dogs should give you enough time to wake up, have a cup of coffee, and decide what's gonna happen. If you're gonna take care of the problem with your firearm, or if you're just gonna let the dogs do their job, or if you're gonna take the dog off and let the guy go. That's always the third option. Jet says registered guns, just let the government know where to get those guns. That's true, Jet. Jet says personality is bred in. Blind says dogs are a great alert system. They're a great protection system if you train them right, Blind. Juggalass says, Blind straight, I have over 200 pounds of lead. Blind says, cameras on 24/7 help out too. That's why I want one of those authority cams, Blind. Jet says, dogs should make your home look like a hard target. My dog used to lay down in the back seat and you didn't know she was there until you needed to know she was there. Blind says, they want them long guns real bad. Yeah, it's kind of weird, Blind, that in Illinois here, we can't have high-powered rifles to hunt with, ain't it? Jet says, just like gold, the government knows who has it. Cat Lady Kim says, I'm keeping my long gun. Kim, I'm keeping all my guns. I've got an old HB Quackenbush from the 1800s that's been passed down through my family. They bought it brand new from Sears when it was 98 cents. Blind says, they are in fear of getting JFK'd. Cat Lady Kim says, me too. Jet says, what is the camera you spoke about for property? Jet, it's not really for property. It's that new authority camera that No Name Coder is putting out, where it identifies police and does a lot. You have to check it out. It's fantastic. Trump said, windows down, wallet on the dash, keys in the ignition, vehicle running, dog in sit, no problems. Right, Trump? Jet, authority camera, good to know. Yeah, it's coming out October 18th. The sign-ups now, early sign-ups now. You go there, you pay $1, and you're set up to get one. It's got AI in it. I mean, I'm fascinated by it, completely fascinated. Blind says if they cut off food stamps, the gangbangers will starve. They'll be out to rob all the farms. Juggalass says, I have an 1878 Springfield, trap door and 2 bayonets. Awesome, Jug. Jet says, dog, cameras, guns, ammo, gold. You're going to need wire. You're going to need wire too, Jet. Get yourself some wire, some fire starters. Blind says, I feel sorry for people in Wisconsin if they don't have defensive weapons. Oh, Wisconsin's got plenty of weapons. Trump said, meds, Jet, meds, antibiotics, etc. AI, but will it turn on us? Can it be overridden? It's not that type of AI, Jet. It focuses on the police. Jet says, water. Water filter is a better idea. So you can take dirty, nasty, slimy water and turn it into potable drinking water. A filter is a better idea than trying to store a lot of water. Juggalass says, better make sure you have food and water. I'll definitely have food and water. I'm good at acquiring food. The only thing I might have an issue with is water, but I'm set up with filters if that comes to be. Blind says Chicago gangs are going to sweep the Wisconsin farms. They're going to have a rude awakening, man. Trump said, filter is the key. I agree with you, Trump. Jet says, I have plants, so that's my medicine. Kim says, I have to keep a hurricane kit in Florida. I have everything. Awesome, Kim. Blind says, 100,000 gangbangers from Chicago is going to be a problem very soon. Jet says, but the government will take your food. They can't take your food if you don't know. They don't know you have it, Jet. And if you preserve everything, you don't have to worry about it too much. I mean, preserving eggs and stuff like that, it's really not hard. Just don't do that stupid egg thing that these homesteaders are telling you to do, where you use pickling lime and you pickle them, because they taste like shit when you take them out. Hey Nova, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. You can preserve your eggs with the ashes from a fire. You can preserve them by coating them with mineral oil. You can coat them with coconut oil. Juggalesis says, everyone thinks that they will be able to hunt when the shit hits the fan. Yeah, hunting's going to be very difficult when shit hits the fan. And you got to know how to prepare the games, too. Blind says, gangbangers already ran out of Uppy Walmart in Chicago from robbing everything in it. Jet says, I have a lot of sodium chloride. Citric acid equals chlorine dioxide. Juggalesis says, there won't be enough game to go around. That's true, Juggalesis. But if you're smart, you can always cage up just some rats, and you can eat the rats. Rats are not bad food. Blind says, and Joe Cool says, Chicago's beautiful. Jet says, I have enough tree rats and ground squirrels if I need to eat meat. That works too, Jet. Trump says, Blind's perspective is the key. You can eat your neighbor's dogs, just don't eat your neighbor's cats. They're way too stringy. They taste horrible. Jet says, and trap. Yeah, you can snare a whole bunch of stuff with a little bit of wire, Jet. Jet says you can eat your neighbors. Yeah, you can, man. But with all the crap humans consume, god damn this tripod. With all the crap that humans consume, I don't think I'd want to consume a human. Blind says Chicago's a dump and it always will be. I don't know, I just wasn't made to be around people in a close environment like that. Cat Lady Kim says, I'll pass on eating my neighbors. Nova says, I'm in the middle of doing something very hard, 4 years late. Currently packing up all morbid things. Slowly preparing for my eventual homelessness. Things have gotten very hard here in Davenport. Jet says, use the human for fire fuel. It's easier just to make hydrogen for fuel. Juggalesis says, have a great evening, everyone. I have to split. God bless. Take care. Thanks, Juggalesis. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you have a great night. Take care, man. That says, oh, sorry, illegally, Nova. What state are you in? Davenport, Iowa, I believe, is where Nova's at. I used to have a really nice conversion van, Nova, but Dirty Dave made it stink, so I had to get rid of it. Trump says, illegally, Nova, stay, struggle. Stay strong. Got you, Trump. Yeah, sometimes, though, in the end, it gets to the point where there ain't shit you can do. Been there. Me and Hag lived in a factory for 8 months while we did all the electrical, set all the machines, and then after we got it all set up, it took us 3 weeks to set the factory, set all the machines, and get it going. And then Hag worked a job there, so we ended up living in that thing for 8 months till we got out of that place. But yeah, we were homeless in there at that one time, so I know how it was. And Wildlife Wanda, welcome to Quail. You've been a member forever. I don't know why that says welcome to Quail, but Wanda's been a member for God, at least 5 years, if not more. Oh, I had to update my payment. Oh, so it took all your time away? That sucks, Wanda. That totally sucks. Nova says, been trying to find a job for 9 months now without luck. If not, damn tripod. If not for my workman's comp settlement, I wouldn't have made it this long. I'm down to my last 20 bucks. Thankfully, I've got my rent paid until January 1st. Well, you still got some time, Nova. Still got some time. Not a lot, but Nova, what do you love to do? Cat Lady Kim says, don't give up, Nova. I don't think you'll give up, Cat Lady Kim, but if he's been going 9 months without finding a job, and he's skilled, with him being as skilled as he is, yeah, he's going through some rough, tough shit, man. He might just be getting dealt a losing hand, no matter what. I hate to say it, but it happens. Tonight when I go in, Cat Lady Kim, I'm going to tell Hag she has a surprise coming, so we'll see. We'll see what that does. The last thing she went totally psycho about was Jenny Jones got her a druid robe. Nova says, I love managing a head shop, and my last career was professional driver. God damn this thing. Until I fucked that up because I like my green on my free time. Cat Lady Kim says, okay, it said it will be delivered tomorrow. Okay, Cat Lady Kim, I will let you know for sure. Yeah, Trump, this tripod's driving me insane, man. For some reason, it just keeps dropping, and it's that kind where you can't really do anything about it because it's one of those pre-made plastic jobs. When you flip it over, it puts tensions on it. And the way I rigged it earlier is I put Vaseline on it and a bunch of dirt to hold it up, and it worked. But now too much of the dirt and Vaseline has come up, and it's not working anymore. Jet says, I need to use the last hour of sun to work, people. Nova, best to you. Thanks for dropping in, Jet. Take care. Have a great night. Nova says, I immediately took a job after that as a route driver in my personal car, but the lady who hired me straight up fucked me out of $600 in pay, and it took till the beginning of February and a threat of a suit. Can you out duct tape below so it can't slip? I'm gonna hot glue it, Jet. I'm gonna hot glue the shit out of this thing tonight. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I haven't done it. So I'm gonna do it and try to make it work. Nova says, before I got paid, even cost me $70 for the fucking background check. See, Nova, if I was still breeding dogs, I could have gave you a job driving puppies to their owners, where all you had to do was put the dog in the crate and drive it to the owner and get paid for it. And those people paid big money for hand delivery of puppies. It was like, airfare was like $240 back then, and they were paying upwards of $1,100 to get the dog hand delivered. So I imagine they're getting way more than that now. I've been getting the short end this entire year. I'm trying to keep moving, but it's fucking rough. I hear you, man. I've been trying to get into quail since March, and it's September, and I'm finally in the groove where I want to be. And I have 120 eggs in the incubator, and my damn power went out, and I don't know for how long. And I still haven't fixed the power, but I ran temporary power to it, and hopefully they're still going to hatch. Time will tell. Hello, Leslie. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see ya. Nova says, my little wagon would be great for that, too, since it gets mid-30s on the highway. Right, Nova? I had puppies ship all over the states. A lot of my dogs went out of country, though. I wish I still had decent strength. I would get another one and go through the protection training just to have a decent dog for home protection. But my old ass can't handle it anymore. Trump says, I deliver my dogs all over the country. I never did, Trump. But then again, when I was breeding dogs. I was breeding dogs. I had a full-time job. I was running a mechanic shop, and I had 2 kids at the time. And then later on, I had 3 kids, and I was working a full-time job. Nova says, I think putting Yogi down triggered some serious PTSD from Lynn's death. And I'm dealing with that as well, just trying to keep my head afloat. Got ya. Trump said, yeah, you had a full-time job. Big difference. I'm retired. Right? And this tripod's really starting to dork me, man. The stream's going to be just about the tripod that wouldn't stay up. And every time I touch it, I lose chat. And then I got to scroll and try to find out where I was in chat. God damn it. Nova says, sorry, Road, I'm not trying to drag your stream. I just don't have a good place to vent. It's cool, dude. Got no problem with you talking here, dude. None at all. Feel free. Trump said, Road fighting with the tripod. Yeah, I am. Wanda says, are your quails laying eggs? Yes, Wanda. The ones I have right now are laying eggs. I have, right now I have an incubator with 36 chicken eggs in it. I have another incubator with 120 quail eggs in it. And I just started another one with 60 quail eggs. Jenny Jones got me an incubator that's just for quail. It doesn't do chicken eggs or anything else. I have 60 eggs in that I just started tonight, Wanda. Nova says, thank you for your kind words, my friend. Anytime, Nova. It's always good to have you around, man. Wanda says, holy crap. Yeah, hopefully they hatch out and they live, Wanda. When they hatch, they're super small, and you got to be careful because they drown themselves in the waterer. You got to do a makeshift waterer for them. And then if anything happens and I lose heat in the brooder when they're like less than 2 weeks old, I'll lose them all. So it's kind of touchy. But I got to build a decent brooder next. And hopefully I can just keep rotating and incubating all the way through winter. I'm going to try anyways. I've got the last parts to the one cage painted and drying tonight, so it should be ready to go tomorrow. And then I have another cage downstairs I'm reworking. So Wanda says, Nova, life sucks sometimes, but it does get better. Stay positive. Yeah, once you hit the very bottom, then it gets better. And Nova's not going to hit the very bottom till the 1st of January. Hopefully. Well, I'll take that back. He's at least going to have a place to stay till January, but $20 ain't going to buy much food. That ain't going to last. So, yeah, it's going to get real shitty real soon. Leslie says, we'll be egg sighting to see. Yeah, quail only take 17 days to hatch, Leslie. And then in 8 weeks, they're mature and they start laying eggs. So if everything works out, it should be pretty good. Wanda says, need help, Road can always put your Cash App out. A lot of good people here. Yeah, if you got a Cash App, Nova, throw it out there, dude. Leslie says they're fragile. Yeah, they are. They're pretty fragile when they're young. Cat Lady Kim says, I was just thinking about the same thing about Nova having a Cash App. Welcome in, Westside. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know. Nova just... I don't know. I've known Nova for years. Him and Angel, and I've actually never seen a Cash App from Nova, honestly. Hey, Dillhole, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for dropping by. It's good to see you. Oh, I can't complain, Westside. I can't complain. My quail project is moving along. The only thing I can really bitch about are the damn raccoons. And now I can bitch about the owl that killed my rooster the other night. But the rooster was my fault. I had 3 of them that like to sit and not coop up at night. And I just let them sit there. Well, now I put them away, so... Hot tea will clear your sinuses. I hate tea, Westside. I'm drinking hot coffee. I drink like 10 pots of coffee a day. Wanda says, Kim, I subbed to you. The Cat Lady Kim says, thank you, Wanda. But it's good for you. I can't stand tea. I never could. I've tried the mushroom tea. I've tried all that. Cat. Kitten. I don't like kittens. Go away. Birdie peeing these damn cats, man. Wanda says Road doesn't like stuff. That's good for him. I like garlic. I like iodine. I like jewelweed. I like Ceylon cinnamon. I like a lot of things that are good for me, Wanda. Nova says, I do have a Cash App. I started earlier this year. Some very good people helped me out through Bow's Chat. I even repaid them when I got my settlement. Plus some just for their kindness. Westside says, I love peppermint tea. Cat Lady Kim says, drop it here, Nova. Trump said, I like whoopee. Westside says, have warm garlic water. That I can do. Wanda says, please drop your Cash App link. Please, Nova. I'm surprised I didn't see it in Bow's chat then, Nova. You can turn that into a live link with the https / Cash App .me, I think, / I'll have to look it up later and turn it into a clickable link. I'll be able to remember that. Well, October 1st, deer season opens up. Westside says, well, enjoy your night. Got to watch my uniform and water the yard. All right, take care, Westside. Thanks for dropping in. Have a good night. I usually just hit the thumbs up on your stream and leave a comment later. I don't really jump in your chat that much. I do sometimes, just not very often. Oh, this is excellent. Something must have happened. The tripod has decided not to piss me off now. It hasn't dropped in a couple minutes now. Nova says it was early April. They got me through the last 3 weeks until my settlement check came. 115 bucks did me well. Here's the cat that's terrorizing me. The kitten. There you go. Now go away, kitten. I picked you up. Now go away. Go find Birdie P, will you? Noah says, I was a minute behind on the stream. Sorry for the late answer. Wanda says, that's not a lot, Nova. I could hook you up with all the eggs you can eat, Nova. Maybe this year I'll put 4 deer in the freezer just in case. Dill says, my cats are sitting here waiting on the gecko to show up on the screen. They know what time it is. Awesome, Dill. Cat Lady Kim says, Dill, mine are doing the same thing. We don't have any of that cool stuff like chameleons or geckos or any of that stuff. Dill says cats are awesome. Cats are a pain in the ass, Dill. I despise cats. Although Birdie P freaks me out. I mean, she was raised with dogs. Never had a cat when she was young. And she's got cats she taught to sit. Actually sit on command. It's insanity. Cat Lady Kim says, my cats bring them inside and lose them. Damn. Nova says, it was enough, Wanda. I don't live expensively. My total bills a month are around $320. It's food that's the problem. I hear you, Nova. If it wasn't for the deer we put up every year, we wouldn't survive either. The price of meat is insane. I mean, every once in a while, we'll do ribs because they'll be on sale for some stupid price like $1.99 a pound, and you can't go wrong on that. I really need to raise a couple pigs, but I haven't done it so far. I've talked about it, just never done it. Well, I've lived here. I raised pigs when I was back in Capron, but that's when I had bulldogs. So if the pigs got loose, I could take the dog, and the dog would catch the pig, and then I could just go up, throw a leash around the pig's neck and drag the thing back after I told the dog to let it go. I can't imagine trying to catch a pig now, though. The thing would outrun me. I would be totally winded. My only choice would be to put a bullet through its head and go pick it up dead, no matter what size it was. So, I definitely need a good pen here before I even take a chance of raising a pig. But if I had a little terrier, I could raise a pig because I could teach the terrier to herd it. Like a little Australian Shepherd or a Blue Heeler. Even a tunnel terrier, I could make that work. Cat Lady Kim says, sounds like a lot of work. Pigs are actually really easy to raise. They crap in one corner. They're easy to clean up after. The only problem is if they get loose. Nova says, thank you for the 20. I won't name names, but I truly appreciate it. Awesome. I'll stick your Cashapp app in Nightbot too, Nova. So that Nightbot can drop it for you. Dillhole says, we have a wild pig problem around here. Oh man, harvest them. You got wild boar, Dill? Harvest them. I end up having to trade venison for wild boar. We don't have wild boar around here. Cat Lady Kim says, Dill, what state are you in? He's in Iowa, Kim. He's in Iowa. Oh, man. Oh, Dill. Oh, sorry, Kim. I totally brain messed that. Nova says, I truly appreciate that, Road. I hate even asking for any help. My life is my responsibility, you know? Yeah, well, that goes for all of us, Nova. And many times in my life, dude, I couldn't have got by without a little help from my friends. Cat Lady Kim says, we have wild dogs here too. Yeah, we do too, Kim. We call them coy dogs. They're feral dogs mated with coyotes. Cat Lady Kim says we all need help sometimes. You got that right, Cat Lady Kim. And it's really rough on the people who don't really have any family. You know, when their whole family passed away. Oh, you meant hogs. Stupid autofill. Oh, you got hogs too, Cat Lady Kim? Man, you guys should be harvesting those things and eating them. That's excellent meat. Nova says, catch me a pup, Road. I could use a new companion. Yeah, unfortunately, Nova, the only thing I have right now for dogs is I've got some guardian dogs for the goats. I don't even have a house dog for myself. I do know some people, though. I can ask around. Maybe I can find you something. I'm trying to find something for myself too. Something like a little, like a French bulldog, a Boston Terrier, an Australian Blue Heeler. I got to have something small though, something that isn't going to physically screw me up. If you want a big dog, now that I can, I know a few people I can hook up you with there. Bouncer says, I left the thumbs up because I love boring. Thanks, Bouncer. Welcome in. Dill says, I just have stupid neighbor dogs that get in everybody's trash cans. Oh, damn, people. My phone just alerted me. I'm at 10%. So that says I've been flapping my gums for way too long. Boring you people. Nova says, Yogi was a rat terrier and a Shih Tzu mix. He was 20 pounds of the best 16 years of my life. Yeah, the tunnel terriers, they started out as a Boston Terrier, inbred rat terrier cross. Those were some awesome dogs, man. Cat Lady Kim says, have a good night, everyone. All right, everyone. Take care. Thanks for coming to the most boring live stream ever on YouTube today and in the future. And I will see you guys tomorrow when we finish up the quail cage. And I'll update you on the quail when they're all put away. Rat terriers are special. I hear ya. The Boax had the best ones. They had inbred rat terriers. They were completely inbred for the last 15 years. They were the best rat terriers I've ever seen in my life. They were up in Wisconsin. I don't know if they're still around, but I'll check it out for you, Nova. Because if they're still around, I definitely could use one of those too. All right, everyone. take care. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, peace. I'm out of here before this dies.